Hello, welcome to day 9 of Spoken, your 30-day yoga journey. Today's title is Trust, and that comes from Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. So if we trust in the Lord with all of our fears, all of our problems, and know that He will take care of us, there is no reason for us to be afraid. So today's yoga practice is a focus practice, and the focus is on backbends. The goal of the practice is to get into bow pose and camel pose. These are both intermediate backbend asanas. So if you can't get into the full pose today, that is okay. And just within practice, you'll get there. And I will show you modifications along the way. So to relate today's scripture to our yoga mat, I don't want you to be afraid of trying new and challenging poses, and trust that in time you will complete the pose. So let's get started today sitting in Sukhasana, cross-legged position on your mat. Sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back. And let's take 3 breaths here, following your breath in and out of your body. In through your nose and out through your nose. In through your nose and out. Go ahead and take your last breath here, and we're going to do a warm up, and then we're going to do a couple of flows just to get our body warm and our muscles supple and ready for our back bends. So let's inhale, arms come out, and on your exhale, turn to your right. Inhale, get tall. On your exhale, look over your front shoulder, stretching out your neck. Good. Slowly release. Inhale, arms come out. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, look over your front shoulder, stretching out your neck. Good. Release. Come to center. Make sure you're sitting up tall, and we're going to bend forward at our hips, walking your hands forward, and then release all the way down. Good. Come back to center. We're going to switch the crossing of your legs. So whatever was on top or in front, switch that. Again, sit up nice and tall and walk your hands forward for a forward fold. Good. Walk your hands back to center. And from here, let's come to a tabletop. And let's warm up our spine with a cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, look up. And exhale, tuck your toes under and lift your knees about 1 or 2 inches off the yoga mat. Inhale, drop your knees, cow. Exhale, round, lift your knees. Good. One more time. Exhale. Good. Release your knees to the mat. Bring your hands about 2 or 3 inches above your shoulders. Tuck your toes and push back into down dog. Good. You can pedal out your feet here or find stillness, whatever feels good to your body today. And next time you inhale, make sure your feet are hip distance apart. On your inhale, move forward to plank and exhale back down dog. 2 more times. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. 1 more time. Inhale forward and exhale back. Go ahead and drop your knees to the yoga mat and let's come to a child's pose. Good. Next time you inhale, roll back so you're sitting on your heels. And we're going to come to the top of our yoga mat for a couple of flows that will get our bodies ready for bow pose and camel pose. So, go ahead and bring yourself to the top of your mat. Let's take 3 breaths here. Let's inhale, arms up, cross at your wrists. And then exhale, bring your hands in and out. This is called lotus breath. And it's like the lotus flower opening up. Good. 1 more time here. All right. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. All right, we're going to plant our hands and step just our right foot back and then drop your right knee to the yoga mat. When you're ready, inhale up, low lunge. Bring your hands to your heart, and we're going to take a twist here, bringing your right elbow across your left knee. Good. Release. Come back to center. Inhale your arms out to a T, and exhale your left arm under your right for eagle pose. Inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, round your back and rest your arms next to your left thigh. Lift up that back knee. Good. 1 more breath here. Good. Undo your bind. Both hands come on the inside of that front foot and move that front foot way off your yoga mat. Lizard pose. You can stay right here or option to come down on your forearms. Good. Plant both your hands. Bring in that back foot a little bit because we're going to inhale your left foot up into a 3-legged dog. Good. Come down. Down dog. Stay here for a breath. Good. Put your weight in your left foot. Inhale, right foot comes up. And exhale, right foot to right hand. Drop that back knee. When you're ready, come up, low lunge. Hands come to heart. Prepare for a twist, so your left elbow comes across your right knee. Good. Release. Come back to center. Inhale, arms out to a T. Exhale, right arm under left, eagle arms. Inhale, arch your back, look up. And exhale, bow forward. Lift up that back knee. Stay for one breath. Release your bind. Both hands come on the inside of that foot. Move that right foot way off your yoga mat. Lizard pose. Option to come down on your forearms. Good. Plant both your hands. Bring in that back foot. Lift that right foot up. Three-legged dog. And then drop your back foot to the mat. And I'll meet you in down dog. Stay here for a breath. Drop your knees to the yoga mat. And let's come to child's pose. Good, let's come back, tabletop to down dog. And move forward into plank and release all the way down to your yoga mat. Release both your arms down to your sides. On your inhale, lift up, locust pose, but just your right leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, release. This time on your inhale, everything comes up. Locust pose. Exhale, release. Stay here for a breath and rest. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. And on your inhale, come up, straighten your elbows. Exhale, release. From here, move both hands out off your yoga mat in a tent position. And we're going to inhale into cobra. And exhale, release. Good. One more time. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, release. Plant your hands next to your chest, and we're going to push all the way back into child's pose. And the reason we keep coming to child's pose is because it's a counter stretch for all the back bending we're doing. One more breath here. Good. Push through table. Then tuck your toes under and then come all the way down. We're back on our belly. So move your forearms in front of you so your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Sphinx pose. Let's stay here for 2 breaths. Now we are going to prepare for our first big back bend, which is bow pose. So parallel your left arm to the front of your yoga mat, bend your right knee, and grab a hold of that foot with your right hand. Stay here for a breath, or 2, or 3. And release. And let's do the other side. So parallel your right arm to the yoga mat. Bend your left knee. Grab a hold of that foot. And release. All right, we are going to come into the full bow pose. If you feel like your body is not ready, then continue doing what we just did on both sides. If you feel like you are ready to try, then bring your forehead to the mat, bend both knees, and grab both feet with both hands. Make sure you're underneath your toes. Next time you inhale, you're going to come up, arch your back, and you're pushing your feet against your hands. Make sure your knees are not splaying too far out from your hips. Exhale and release. Good. Let's push through tabletop and come to child's pose. So, how did that go for you? One more breath here. Good. Go ahead and roll up so you're sitting on your heels. And we are now going to prepare for camel. So again, I will show you modifications if you feel like you're not ready. So let's come up standing on our knees. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart. And bend or tuck your toes under so your heels are closer to your body. Good. Let's take an inhale here. Lift your arms up. And exhale, hands to your lower back. And let's just take a back bend here. And exhale up. Good. Keep your left hand where it is. I want you to inhale your right arm up, circle it back, and grab onto your right heel. This is half camel. Good, and release. Let's do the other side. So keep your right hand on your lower back. Inhale your left arm up and over, and exhale, half camel. Good, and release. Before we do the full pose, let's come into child's pose and release our lower back. Good. Roll back on your heels. Come back up, standing on your knees. Tuck your toes under. Let's inhale both arms up. Exhale both hands to your lower back. Inhale, start your back bend. Grab hold both heels, camel pose. Make sure you're not dumping all your weight into your back and you're pushing your hips forward. Good. Come back up and release. And let's do another counter stretch in child's pose, but this time let's open up our knees as wide as the yoga mat and really sink down into child's pose. Stay here for 3 breaths. Good. Walk your hands back. We're going to come down sitting on our yoga mat. And let's open your legs as wide as you can. That's comfortable for you. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure you have some softness in these knees. And then walk your hands forward. We're just going to relieve our back here of all the back bends we've been doing. Good, just let your back round and sink into the pose. One more breath here. Good. On your exhale, walk your hands forward. Put your left hand on your left hip and tuck in your right forearm in front of your right leg. Then we're going to inhale that left arm up and over. Two more breaths. You got it. Good, come back to center and we'll do the other side. So bring your right hand to your right hip, tuck in that left arm in front of your left leg, and inhale your right arm up and over. Good, come back to center and release. We have one more yoga pose and it's cobbler's pose. So bring your soles of your feet together. Let your knees splay out to the side. Sit up as tall as you can in this position. And then we're gonna walk our hands forward for a forward fold. And we're gonna stay here for 3 or 4 breaths. Good, walk your hands back, sit up nice and tall, find a comfortable seat. And we're gonna stay here and breathe. You can close your eyes. And day 9 is all about trust. Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. So just a reminder, if we trust in the Lord, there is no need to be afraid. I would love to know how today's back bending sequence went for you. So if you'd like to leave me a comment below, I would love to hear from you. Let's inhale both arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, and bow, namaste.